So I recently quit my 9 to 5 job in Switzerland and moved to Korea again. Hi, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Stephanie, and I've been living in Korea since 2023. I create content about lifestyle, traveling, and Korea, and mostly just figuring things out as I go. My first time in Korea was in 2012, and then 2017 I moved for the first time in Seoul. Now I am back and I'm taking you along on my apartment hunting journey. One of the first things I had to figure out when I arrived was where I was going to live, because the research I had done while in Switzerland weren't conclusive. So moving to a new country is always exciting, but also a bit overwhelming. Adjusting to a new culture, new routines, and of course, the apartment hunting process is always definitely an adventure. Together, let's have a look at what I found. Finding an apartment in Seoul was a bit of a challenge. Well, it always is. But especially with the rental system here being different from what we are used to in Switzerland and other countries. This apartment, I chose to visit it because it had 2 rooms, so those were my requirements, to have 2 rooms. And then while I was visiting, it was quite big, but I felt like we couldn't get enough sun. And the part that I also like was this rooftop that I could imagine myself, making all pretty and enjoying it during the summertime. In Korea, there are 2 main types of rental systems, 월세 and 전세. 월세 is a bit more like what most of us are familiar with, monthly rent with a deposit. 전세, on the other hand, is a unique system where you put down a huge deposit, often hundreds of thousands, and in exchange you don't pay any monthly rent. I chose the 월세 system, and many people do. For my budget, I was working with a deposit of 5 million Korean won and a monthly rent of around 700,000, 800,000 Korean won, which is roughly 3,300 Swiss francs for deposit and 464 rent. The tricky part is that a lot of apartments in Central Seoul are asking for 10 million deposit, and this lady after the visit was asking us if we didn't have 20 million Korean won to put down, which is roughly 13,000 Swiss francs or 15,000 USD for deposit. 하나. 이거 에어컨이에요? 아니면 보일러. 오케이. Eating. So, for example, with the 전세 deposit, you could be anywhere between 100,000 to 500,000 Swiss francs, USD, euro, or more, depending on the apartment and the area that you choose to live. And it is an interesting system, but it isn't a fit for me right now, maybe sometime in the future. And like I said before, when you are paying such a huge deposit in the 전세 system, then you don't pay any rent at the end of the month, or almost nothing.
Ouais, ça m'a l'air pas... Ça, c'est moins long.